fellas, today's video is going to be a little bit different. Just going to sit there. We're just going to have a little chat. We're going to have a little fireside chat, a rat pack chat. You don't, a rat pack chat. Oh man, I want to sit here and chat with you for a little bit. I saw a video. I was at work on my lunch break, and I was kind of just going through and watching videos and watching TikToks and stuff, and going through Instagram, just going through social media, just wasting time. And a video came up that was very interesting. Now, I went back. I guess I might have went too far, but I couldn't find the video again. I don't even know the person's name or anything, but it was a woman who was complaining about the front seat car videos. They always complain about something. And she was complaining about a date she was on. It wasn't really, if it would have been a video worth me really wanting to comment on, I wish I would have saved the link, but I didn't, unfortunately. But basically, it was just a woman. She was complaining about how she can't find a man and stuff. Now, there is a lot of discussion where, especially for men like me, I'm going to throw up some gameplay video. That way you're not just staring at some rat talking. There is something going on. So I was watching this video from this woman, and it was about a minute long, and she was complaining about dating, and I was kind of looking at just her, and she said she's been on so many dates and she can't find the right man, and all of them were just duds and none of them were attractive and this and this. And I'm looking at this video, and she wasn't necessarily attractive, but she was saying she was getting all these dates, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, what is going on here? Because she should be thankful to get one date, let alone all these multiple dates she's talking about. But then at the same time, if a man that was on her same level when it came to, I guess, appearance, was the same level as her, this man would get 0 dates, absolutely 0. And then you're wondering, saying, well, that's the reason why there's so many, there's the lonely man epidemic is what everyone's calling it now. And I started thinking, well, is that the reason? We've talked about on my channel, and I've seen other people talk about it as well, where they say that some of these women that aren't necessarily attractive, and they might be a little overweight or whatever their situation might be, that they are still getting dates and they are still hooking up with these top level Tyrone dudes, Chad dudes. So they're constantly getting matched up with these Chad Tyrone dudes. And for me, I'm thinking, well, if this woman really wanted a committed relationship, why is she chasing after these other men that she knows that they're just using her for the nighttime visits? They're just using her for a quick knock on the door at 8 p.m., the WYD text at midnight. That's what these dudes use these women for. But she didn't mention any of that. They never mention any of that in these videos if you haven't been paying attention. They say they've been getting the dates, but they say that all the men are duds. All the men are not what they are looking for, or the men lied on their thing or whatever. So my question is if these women keep doing the same thing over and over again, and they're doing this well knowing that it's not going to happen in their favor, they're going to get the same result every time, why do they keep doing it? I'll tell you why. They keep doing it because they can. Absolutely. If you could get free cookies out of a cookie jar, you would get free cookies out of a cookie jar until you were told you can't get free cookies out of a cookie jar. So now everyone knows that men love the bedroom fun a lot more than women do. Supposedly you hear that men love doing it more, and women only do it, especially when you talk about marriage. It's like, oh, a wife will only do it when it's that time of the year, when it's the man's birthday or when it's occasion, and then she'll finally spread him for him and let him. And it's just like, but why? They're so willing to give it up and to give it to these other men that they know are just using them for the night. They're just using them for, sometimes they're using them for a ride. They're using them for money. They're using these women for all sorts of random stuff, except for relationships. They know that these men are not in it for a relationship, but they keep doing the same thing. And then they get hurt by these men. These men end up showing their true colors, and then they're like, oh yeah, that was a bad man. Well, it's time for me to get under somebody else. And then they're back in the streets doing what they've been doing, wondering why nothing's working. Well, that's because you keep doing what you've been doing this whole time. Now, I'm not a behavioral a behavioral scientist or anything. I don't know why people do the things they do, but I can tell you that if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, the same result is going to happen. I do know that. You can add 2 plus 2 all day, every day is still going to be 4, no matter what you do. But instead of changing the women, changing the behavior, they were raised, because modern women were raised this way. You got to understand. They were raised to complain about it, and hopefully it will change. Because women were never taught how to make change. Men make change. Men do things. Men create. Men build. Women complain. That is what they're raised to do. They're raised to complain, usually to men, and then the man fixes it. But here's the thing. There is nothing a man can fix in this situation. There is nothing to fix, because nothing is broken for the man. The man is completely good, okay? That Chad dude is doing exactly what he wants to do, and she is allowing him to do that. As soon as the woman refuses, then the Chad doesn't have the power. The woman has the power again. Because, well, what's something that's always been repeated? Men control marriages. Men control relationships. Women control the bedroom. Women control the nighttime fun. If they say yes, it's going to happen. If they say no, it's not going to happen. It's as easy as that. But if Chad's still being able to get cookies out the cookie jar, why wouldn't he? He's going to keep doing it because the cookie jar is open. It's come one, come all, so to speak. You know what I mean? So obviously Chad's going to be grabbing the cookies. Now women are walking around. They still got the cookie jar, and the lid is still off. But then these other men are looking in these cookie jars, and they're seeing crumbs. There's nothing left. It's not worth it. It's not worth sticking your hand in there no more, because you can see right through it. You can see there's nothing there. So yeah, of course these women are going to have an issue finding men, because these men are seeing what these women are. And guess what? There's no cookies left. They don't want no cookies. They are probably more liable to get a cookie from another cookie jar, preferably one that's about 10 years younger, one that isn't in their mid-30s, one that isn't online complaining, one that could potentially be suitable for a relationship, because men know that if a woman is in her 30s, if a woman is in her mid-30s, late 30s or whatever, men know that she's not suitable for a relationship. She's not suitable for that investment of time. It's just not going to happen. You have women walking around complaining, saying the exact opposite. They're saying, oh no, well, men want women that have money. Men want women that are boss babes, that are men do not want anything of the sort. Okay? Men don't care what women have. Men were raised to provide. Men were raised to create. Men were raised to build. We don't need anyone to do that with us. That is something that a lot of women and simps say is, oh, I need a queen to build my empire with. Dude, you going in the wrong direction. A queen doesn't help build the empire. Okay? The queen has nothing to do with it. The only, and this is a little piece of reality for you guys out there. The queen was useless. The queen's only job was to give the king a son. That was the queen's only job. Whenever the queen wasn't able to do that, then they got another queen, if you know what I mean. Think about that. That's something to think about. A lot of women say queen energy. They say, oh, they're the queens. And queens are useless. They were just there as an incubator to bring the prince. And something else is that if she kept giving birth to daughters, ooh, that would have been let's just say that back then it wasn't too nice when stuff like that happened. Reality hit very hard for women back then. Now you have women that have all the privileges, all the advantages, all of the accommodations that they could ever ask for, and they are still complaining, still bitching about the same shit over and over. And if there are any women still watching this video, which congratulations, you want to find a man, it's actually really easy. It's really simple. And this is for women that are between the ages of 22 and 27. If you want to find a man It's super simple to do. Just make sure that you weren't playing around when you were younger, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of women that once they hit a certain age, a lot of times right into college or maybe even before that, where they just they're already in the streets. They're in the streets. Their bodies are building, and they're entering college with sometimes 30, 40 bodies already. That's really not how you do it. Now, me personally, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to be marrying you anyways. But your husband might find an issue with that. I'm just, just letting because of look around. Look at what's happened in the past. I'm telling you right now, some men are going to have a problem with that. So that's just a little food for thought. Also, if a man is in his 20s, a lot of men want families. A lot of men want their own kids. They want the traditional life. And men are looking around. They're not seeing any sort of traditional women anywhere. So you are going to be sort of filtering out a lot of traditional men, which is what women are looking for. Women are looking for traditional men. It's just that these women are not traditional. What they're getting men, which are, let's just say, they're not going to be husband material. They are going to be, they're going to be there for the nighttime fun. They'll definitely be there for the nighttime visits and stuff, but they're probably not going to stick around. They're not going to stick around. Now, for you ladies that are over the age of 30 and you're single and you're still looking for a man and you're having issues because no man is measuring up and they're all just like dusties and they're all broke and none of them meet your standards, probably the easiest thing for you to do to find a man right away is to create a time machine and go back to when you were in your 20s and try again, because it's over for you. But let me know what you guys think. That's going to be the end of today's video. Like, comment, subscribe. I am on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Hit that subscriber button. Hit that subscriber button and catch you guys later. Rat Boy out.